Hello everyone, welcome back to the Budget Sportsman. Today I want to show you some of my favorite trail camera videos from 2023. Now I've made these kind of videos in the past, but I don't think I made one last year, so I thought it'd be fun to make one again this year. Now these aren't necessarily my biggest buck captures, though there may be some big bucks in there, but really these are just some things that I saw on camera this year that really caught my attention that were different or unique. We're going to look at these in categories, and I'm going to save one of my absolute favorite clips of the year for the very end, so please stick around for that. We'll start off with a variety of animals other than deer. These are just what I'm calling miscellaneous critters. While I run cameras primarily for deer, I do enjoy seeing all of the variety of animals that share the same habitat with deer, from coyotes and foxes and bobcats to a group of turkeys with their young chicks. One of the things that I enjoy seeing is the way that these different species interact with each other, like this clip where you can see deer running in the background as the coyote watches, or in this series of clips where you can see what appears to be a fawn in the mouth of a coyote. As much as I hate to see this happen, I still find it fascinating to see the way that these animals interact in ways that I don't always get to see and experience when I'm out in the woods. The next category is up close and personal, and while I could share a ton of this style of clip, I'm only going to share a few, but I always get a kick out of deer who notice the camera and come right up to it. Now, they're probably smelling the scent from me checking the camera or whatever, but I still just find it really fascinating to see them get right up for an up close and personal picture. The next category is what I'm calling the doe party. This year I really noticed that by the end of rifle season and shortly after rifle season, that a lot of our does had grouped up into these bigger herds, and it was really fascinating to get this many deer on camera all at once. And this is not around any kind of a salt lick or any sort of a food source like that. This is just out in their natural habitat, them doing their natural things. The next category is wonky bucks, and I don't know what it was about this year, but I seemed to capture a number of really strange bucks, like this one that I captured several times that has an antler growing down around his face, or this one that has a nice rack on one side, but the other side has this weird sort of triple tying weird thing going on. The next category is bucks chasing does. Now, while most hunters do try to hunt during the rut and they get to experience the chasing phase firsthand, there were some videos here that really caught my attention. This first clip is a really nice buck for our area following a doe, almost like you would expect to see them doing in that tending phase of the rut. However, this video was captured in August, a solid 2 months before I would normally expect to see even the very first signs of the rut. Now, the second clip shows a buck full out chasing a doe, and this is at the end of September, again, more than a month before the rut would even begin to appear in our area. Now, maybe these clips aren't actually rutting activity, maybe it's just some sort of anomalies, but I don't ever remember capturing anything quite like this in previous years. This next category is going to be buck fights. In our area, it's very rare for me to ever actually see bucks fighting, but this year I captured more of that than I ever have in any other year. This sequence of clips is a couple of bucks just pushing each other around, and then the next sequence is also interesting because these bucks stayed in front of this camera for more than 10 minutes and just kind of played with each other. It wasn't an all-out fight, but they just really pushed each other around, tested each other, and were fighting each other for a solid 10 to 12 minutes. But my favorite fight sequence of this year was this set, because this wasn't pushing each other around in a gentle way. This was an all-out fight for dominance. And if you watch closely, you can see other deer out on the fringes as though this was the match of the year that no one wanted to miss. Another thing to notice here is that this fight took place in December after our typical rut is over, but I did see more signs of a strong second rut this season than in years past. And finally, it's time to show you what might be my favorite video clip of the year, when this young fawn has a run-in with a turkey and learns who's boss. Well, I hope you enjoyed those clips. I hope you found something fascinating there. Hope you enjoyed just seeing God's beautiful creation captured on camera. Let me know what you think down in the comments. Tell me about your favorite capture of 2023. And until next time, remember to get off YouTube and get outdoors into God's great creation.